And overall, how would you rate your overall recovery in terms of how much back to your normal self? How much back to 100% are you now over a year down the line?
I would say that I am more of a person now than I was before I had cancer in every aspect of my life.
Wow.
And I would say that I don't wish anybody to get cancer. I feel myself considerably lucky for the type of cancer that I get, that I got. It's a good cancer to get. It's very survivable. With that early diagnosis that I got, because of cancer, I now look after myself a lot more. I am really active. I've lost a lot of weight. I do lots more social stuff, and it was probably the kick up the backside that I needed with my business. Business is flourishing. Every part of my life is great.
That's awesome. So you didn't just survive it, you actually flourished.
Yes.
And now that's incredible. How can you explain that to somebody who's at the beginning of their journey and they're just full of those fears and worries right now?
I was too. And I think sometimes that to understand happiness, you need to have been sad. And the hours of crying with my wife, worry for your daughter, worry for the future, coping with family that aren't coping with you having cancer, and sort of talking them through and keeping them right, which is strange. It is all character building. And so you can't be happy unless potentially you've been through something and survived it. And I genuinely feel robust because I don't think there's much that could shake me now. And we've had a few ups and downs, as every family does. And I don't think it's about what you're lucky or not lucky in life. I think you get a certain deck of cards, you get your hand, and it's up to you how you play them. And I think that's for me the message, that it's those people that are starting out on those journeys, when you look on the internet, all that you get is medical advice about likelihoods and probabilities of things to happen and the pathway that you will probably go on. And those physical things happen, but that's not the important part of the journey. The important part of the journey is to talk to people, to understand what's going on, to not bottle things up. I always found the mornings very difficult. I travelled the country presenting to lots of people on maths, and those mornings when I was getting up at 5 o'clock, 5 till 7, when you can't talk to anybody on the phone because nobody else is up and you're driving places, difficult times, character building times. And I don't suffer with them so much now, but I will in August, when I have to go back to hospital, and the 2 weeks before I go back to hospital for my armful of blood. I'm not sure if I've got to have a chest x-ray this time, but I have to have various things done. And that week I give myself time to worry. And I openly say to myself, there's nothing you can do about worry, but I give myself permission to worry for that week. So when I have my blood tests, those tests are in, and I need to go and see my oncologist the next week, I worry, and my wife knows I worry, and she allows me to worry, but we don't get consumed with it for the rest of the time.
Wow, that's a good way of looking at it. You compartmentalize your anxiety or worry time for that period, and give yourself permission to be on edge in a way, but you know that it probably will resolve if those results show that things are fine.